first attempt to match film with sound was in 1903. The 20th century is the first century that we can experience again through music, performance, and pictures. This is its story. In the early 1900s, Gaumont began experimenting with colour film. These scenes were shot at the resort town of Deauville. At the same time that the French filmed these idyllic scenes, 4,000 miles away in America, experiments were taking place that would revolutionize the century. At Kitty Hawk, South Carolina in 1903, the Wright brothers made the first powered flight. Five years later, in 1908, Henry Ford's Model T was the first mass-produced car.
Little old Ford rambled right along, and the little old Ford rambled right along. The gas ran out in the big machine, but the darned little Ford don't need gasoline. The big limousine had to back down the hill, but the blamed little Ford is going up still. When it runs out of dope, just fill it up with soap, and the little Ford.
The war that engulfed Europe in 1914 was a mechanized war.
Sur du 14 juillet se trouvait la chose connue. Un grand gaillard à la peau noire, ondan comme l'ivoire. Je vais vous conter son histoire dans cette chanson. D'abord voici le nom, il s'appelait Boutou Debout. Il jouait de la flûte en acajou. Je n'exagère pas, c'était le plus beau cas de toute la Nouba. Quand son régiment défilait, au fond joyeux des flageolets, le beau sang doit tirer.
Eight and a half million soldiers died in the course of the First World War. 37 million others were physically wounded or emotionally traumatized.
Chick, 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 chicken, play a little egg for me. Chick, 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 chicken, I want one for my tea. Oh, I have had an egg since Easter, and now it's
In Paris, Josephine Baker ushered in the Roaring
play a
Twenties.
little egg for me.
In southern Germany, a disaffected former soldier was filmed at a political rally for the first time.
Exit!
Fritz Lang's film Metropolis was released in 1927. Set in the year 2000, it envisioned the city of the future. But that city already existed. New York.
by myself. No one walk with I might be on the shelf, babe. I ain't misbehaving, baby, my love. Oh, baby, love you, really, baby, love you. I know a thing, one I love, through it flirting. You that I'm thinking of, ain't misbehaving, baby, my love. Oh, baby, my love for you. Jackie Horner, you in no corner, don't go nowhere, and I don't care. All your kisses, worth waiting for, babe. Darling, 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 I don't say outlay, don't care to go. I'm home about it, me and my radio, babe. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you.
It was New Yorkers who first witnessed an entertainment revolution. The Jazz Singer was the first film to synchronize perfectly sound and picture.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute, I tell you. You ain't heard nothing. You want to hear Toot Toot Tootsie? All right, hold on. No, go right ahead. Toot Toot Tootsie, goodbye. Toot Toot Tootsie, don't cry. The little choo-choo train that takes me away from you. You don't know just how sad it makes me. Kiss me pretty and then, ow, do it over again. Watch for the mail, I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you know I'm in jail. Hey, don't cry, Tootsie, don't cry. Kiss me, Tootsie, goodbye.
In 1928, Walt Disney released the first cartoon with a synchronized soundtrack, Steamboat Willie. In Paris, other surrealists were putting their work on display. In the Soviet Union, filmmakers also appreciated the power of music and picture, but for political propaganda. Not all Soviet propaganda was as sophisticated as this film, Eisenstein's version of the Russian Revolution. The Tractor Song celebrated Stalin's 5-year plan.
Ударной силой орудийных башен и быстротой динамических огня. Время огнем, сверкая блеском стали, пойдут машины в яростный поход. Когда на бой пошлет товарищ Сталин, и первый маршал бой нас поведет.
Now the sun shines on Russia as on a country with which God is well pleased, whilst his wrath is heavy on us, and we don't know where to turn for comfort or approval.
In 1929, the collapse of the New York Stock Exchange triggered an economic and social crisis.
To cross
Within 3 years of the Wall Street crash, American unemployment had soared from 3 to 13 million. In 1933, after Germany's worst ever economic crisis, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor.
President von Hindenburg, temporarily living in the Chancellor's Palace, waves a greeting to the multitude of demonstrators at the night parade. And across the way, Hitler appeared at his window, and another milestone is marked in Germany's political history.
Ich bin von Kopf bis Fuß auf Liebe eingestellt, denn das ist meine Welt und sonst was nicht. Das ist, was soll ich machen, meine Natur, als lieben und sonst was nicht.
What's our campaign slogan, Sissy?
Happy days are here again.
Good, that's right.
The same year Hitler was appointed Chancellor, President Roosevelt announced the New Deal. For 2,000 years, life in China had been largely unchanged. But in 1935, the Chinese Communist Army completed their long march and reached the mountain stronghold from which they would launch a revolution. Their leader was a former librarian, Mao Zedong.
Vision and sound are on. The station goes on the air.
In 1936, the BBC made its first television broadcast from Alexandra Palace.
A mighty maze of mystic magic rays is all about us in the
terror bombing of one Spanish town in 1937 inspired Picasso's most famous painting, Guernica.
German Chancellor Herr Hitler. Here is the paper which bears his name upon it as well as mine.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where
tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
I speak to you for the first time as Prime Minister in a solemn hour for the life of our country. We must expect the bulk of that hideous apparatus of aggression which dashed Holland into ruin and slavery in a few days will be turned upon us. I'm sure I speak for all when I say we are ready to face it. There will be many men and many women in this island. When the ordeal comes upon them, as come it will feel comfort and even a pride that they are sharing the perils of our lads at the front.
But as I saw you go, you were singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
When America declared war on Japan after Pearl Harbor, the conflict became truly global. Japanese aggression meant that virtually every country of the Pacific Rim was drawn in.
You fellas, all over the world. Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne. We're making these bead discs just for you. And along with them, we want to send all our love and kisses.
Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. Then his number came up, then he was gone with the draft.
These shots are by Sergeant O'Neill, who went ashore with men from the United Kingdom. Sergeant O'Neill went on shooting these pictures on one of the beaches until he was wounded in the arm.
He brought it down because he couldn't stand. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-dat, a toot, he blows the day to the bar. In boogie rhythm, you can't throw a note, and that's a favorite guitar.
Although the weather has been distinctly unfavorable a good deal of the time, Allied airmen have taken every opportunity. Targets on the battlefield and behind it have been most severely dealt with day after day.
And when he plays boogie-woogie bugle, he was busy as a bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump ahead to the bar. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. She blows the day to the bar. Can blow a note to me, sing the chorus of it and the company jumps and he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. He puts the boys to sleep with boogie every night and wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet.
In May 1945, after Hitler's suicide, Germany surrendered.
He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B.
But Japan fought on. The Second World War killed 55 million people and changed the political shape of the world.
tropical climes there are certain times of day when all the citizens retired tear their clothes off and perspire. You know, it's one of those rules that the greatest fools obey because the sun is far too sultry and one must avoid the bog-driven little way. Pap like a pap like a pap like a boo, that's natives if you're interested. In the jungle swamps where the python romps, there is peace from 12 till 2. Even caribous lie around and snooze, there's nothing else to do. In Bengal, to move at all is seldom, if ever, done. But mad dogs and Englishmen go out to the midday, 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 out to the midday.
When British rule came to an end in 1947, India and Pakistan became independent.
ताजमहल है और कुतुब मीनारा है
जहाँ हमारा ताजमहल है और कुतुब मीनारा है
जहाँ हमारे मंदिर मस्जिद सिखों का गुरुद्वारा है
जहाँ हमारे मंदिर मस्जिद सिखों का गुरुद्वारा है जहाँ हमारा ताजमहल है और कुतुब मीनारा है जहाँ हमारे मंदिर मस्जिद सिखों का गुरुद्वारा है
उस धरती पर कदम बढ़ाना अत्याचार तुम्हारा है
अत्याचार तुम्हारा है दूर हटो दूर हटो दूर हटो है दुनिया वालों हिंदुस्तान हमारा है दूर हटो है दुनिया वालों हिंदुस्तान हमारा है
14 million people fled their homes during the partition of the subcontinent, the largest migration of the century.
दूर हटो दूर हटो दूर हटो है दुनिया वालों हिंदुस्तान हमारा है
Elsewhere, the map was also being redrawn. In 1948, a new state was created in the Middle East.
The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. London is the place for me.
1948 also saw West Indian immigrants arrive in Britain in large numbers for the first time.
You can go to France or America, India, Asia or Australia, but you must come back to London City.
From Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste in the Adriatic, an iron curtain has descended across the continent. Nobody knows what Soviet Russia and its Communist International Organization intends to do in the immediate future, or what are the limits, if any, to their expansive and proselytizing tendencies.
Est-ce gourder rien qu'un instant la goualante du pauvre Jean que les femmes n'aimaient pas, mais n'oubliez pas, dans la vie y a qu'une morale, qu'on soit riche ou sans un sou, sans amour on est rien du tout.
In 1949, Paris witnessed the height of Christian Dior's new look.
On le saluait bien bas, mais n'oubliez pas, un jour on fait la pirouette, et derrière les verrous, sans amour on n'est rien du tout.
On est rien du
same year, Simone de Beauvoir's landmark work on feminism was published.
Plutôt qu'une cordelette, mieux vaut une femme à son cou, sans amour, on n'est rien du tout. Et voilà, mes braves gens, la Gualande du pauvre Jean, qui vous dit en vous quittant, aimez-vous, padam, padam, pas de soin.
They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round.
UNIVAC, the first commercial computer, was launched in 1951.
Recorded sound. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when he said that man could fly. They told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's the same old cry.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them.
During Stalin's lifetime, an estimated 50 million Soviet citizens perished as a result of his policies.
And it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with his teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, though, wears old Maggie Heath, babe. So there's never a trace of red. Ah, said Jenny Diver, whoa, Suki Tawdry, look out to Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line falls on the right, babe, not that Maggie's back in town.
A month after Stalin's death in 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick cracked the code of DNA.
When the egg has been fertilized, it divides into 2, into 4, into 8, produces millions of cells. In each one of those cells, there's a precise copy of all that genetic information.
Mr. Sennett, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
In the summer of 1953, Princess Elizabeth was crowned Queen. Over 20 million Britons watched the coronation on TV.
Then shall the Queen go to her throne, and be lifted up into it by the archbishops and bishops, and other peers of the kingdom.
You remember that song we used to sing about the chin on the ground? How did that go?
The ant song!
Yeah. And next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot to be learned, so look around. Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move a big rubber plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes.
In 1955, the opening of a new fast food chain symbolized the consumer culture of the world's most prosperous nation, America.
So anytime you're feeling low, instead of letting go, just remember the ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Oops, there goes another rubber
Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel where I'll be so lonely, baby. Well, I'm so lonely. Well, I'm so lonely, I could die. Well, the bellhop tears keep flowing, the desk clerk's dressed in black. Well, they've been so long on Lonely Street, they'll never look back. Well, they're so lonely, baby. Well, they're so lonely. They're so lonely, they could die.
I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
Well, if your baby leaves you, you got a tale to tell. Just take a walk down Lonely Street to Heartbreak Hotel. You'll be so lonely. Well, you'll be lonely. You'll be so lonely you could die.
In autumn 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first satellite. Within 4 years, they would put a man into space.
I'm going to explain to you the system of warning signals that will be used in this country in the event of a nuclear attack, and on which you should be prepared to act.
People see us everywhere. They think you really care. But myself I can't deceive. I know it's only make-believe. My one and only prayer is that someday you'll care. My hopes, my dreams come true. My one and only you. No one will ever know how much I love you so. My only prayer will be someday you'll care for me, but it's only
盛り上がる後から飛ぶ強い腕見てくれよ神様がくれたこの腕さその上にちょっと運が良けりゃ全て男の思うままさ運が良けりゃ
In 1960, just 15 years after Hiroshima, Japan had the world's highest rate of economic growth.
底なしに飲もう酒だるを空っぽにしろい神様も好きなお水さ酔っ払ってもちょっと運が良けりゃそれでどうにならずに済むと
Peixe acolhale Zakubui.
In March 1960 at Sharpeville, South African police shot dead 69 black demonstrators.
Yeah.
$55,000 babies are born in India every day. 2 births every 3 seconds, straining our resources of food, shelter, clothing, employment, and welfare.
By early 1962, world population had exceeded 3 billion, double the figure in 1900.
Grasshopper Control Leader, Wyoming. Be on guard for possible outbreak.
Warning, State Grasshopper Control Leader, Nevada. Tremendous egg population, your state.
Montana, be on guard. Airplanes chartered by ranchers, states, and the federal government baited millions of acres of rangeland in the most heavily infested areas, spraying insecticides that spelled death to the invader.
Chemicals are the sinister and little recognized partners of radiation in changing the very nature of the world. Unless we do bring these chemicals under better control, we are certainly headed for disaster.
I've been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. And it's a hard rain they're gonna fall. Oh, what did you see, my blue-eyed son? And what did you see, my darling young one? I saw a newborn baby with wild wolves all around it. I saw highway diamonds with nobody on it. I saw a black branch with blood that kept dripping.
Ballada Mondo. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that my 4 little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
In 1963, the fight for racial justice moved from America's deep south to Washington.
Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
I
Texas sun. And no one guessed that a man so blessed would perish by the gun. Lord, would perish by the gun. A shot rang out like a sudden shout, and heaven held its breath, for the dreams of a multitude of men rode with him to his death. Lord, rode with him to his death.
There are times in life when mind and heart stand still, and one such is now. This young, gay, and brave statesman, killed in the full vigor of his manhood, when he bore on his shoulders all the cares and the hopes of the world.
Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently, that when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. Oh, but he watched her so sadly. How can he tell her he loves her? Yes, he would give his heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at him. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the gal from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, he smiles, but she doesn't see.
Anh trai ơi! Hãy nhớ lấy lời tôi. Đã đạo đế quốc Mỹ, đã đạo Nguyễn Khánh, Hồ Chí Minh muôn năm, Việt Nam muôn năm. Hồ Chí Minh muôn năm.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly
Limited and
clear.
controlled as our role may be, we are committed to help defend a small and valiant nation. The Vietnam crisis that now so urgently calls on Americans is explained by the President.
Time we stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
First, we intend to convince the communists that we cannot be defeated by force of arms or by superior power.
Mr. Johnson terms it an agonizing and painful duty to call on the flower of the nation's youth.
I have the problem of realizing the attitude of my parents, especially my father. I'm certain that he would consider any refusal of mine to participate as nothing but cowardice, a lack of patriotism.
Well, I don't want to go to Vietnam because I don't want to get killed. If I have to, I will.
We shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in
The Eastern world, it is exploding, violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, but what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River has bodies floating. But you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say? Can't you feel the fears I'm feeling today? If the button is pushed, there's no running away.
I have asked for this radio and television time for the purpose of announcing that we today have concluded an agreement to end the war and bring peace with honor in Vietnam. The United States and Democratic Republic of Vietnam.
You don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
In May 1966, Chairman Mao reasserted his hold on the Chinese people by declaring the Cultural Revolution.
Printed by the side of every pill, and providing she can remember what day it is, a woman can be quite sure whether or not she has taken today's pill. The manufacturers do their best to make them foolproof. They don't want to lose their reputation over what might be called pilot's error.
To me, it's complete freedom. You've never got to worry to plan.
And here comes Hurst. He's got some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Give us a reading on the 1202 program alarm. We're going that flight.
Okay, all flight controllers, go for landing. Retro.
Go.
Fido.
Go.
Guidance.
Go.
Control.
Manual
Go.
GNC.
Go. Econ. Surgeon.
Go.
Capcom, we're go for landing.
Eagle Houston, you're go for landing, over. 1201. Roger, 1201 alarm.
1201 alarm.
Same type, we're go flight.
Okay,
we're go. Same type, we're go.
Stand
4 forward. 4 forward, drift into the right a little.
30. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Forward, just 40 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. Straight shadow. Contact light. Okay, engine stop.
We copy you down, Eagle. Okay, everybody, T1. Stand by for T1.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, 22 Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
38-year-old civilian Neil Alden Armstrong is to become the first human being to touch the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
In the summer of 1969, the Protestant marching season was followed by rioting in Northern Ireland.
Exactly like she told me to.
In 1973, an oil crisis began when Arab nations embargoed supplies.
Women and everything, women live.
Not really, no. No, they haven't got the brain. They haven't got the brain capacity.
Oh,
I don't think so. No, I don't think they have.
Oh, I think that's awful. Oh, votes for women. Yes, definitely. Well, you know, it's the women that's the hardest workers. Definitely.
No, since women got the vote, this country's got worse and worse.
Oh, never in your life. No. It's about time we had a woman Prime Minister, then we put the men in their place.
Oh,
In 1979, Ayatollah Khomeini returned from exile to Iran.
And we begin our crusade, joined together in a moment of silent prayer. God bless America.
And here now is the band that's led by the man who was the spark, Bob Geldof and the Boomtown Rat.
"15 years after Live Aid, Africa is riven by civil wars and remains the poorest continent on the planet.
And all the playing stopped in the playground now. She wants to play with the toys a while. And school's out early and soon we'll be learning. And the lesson today is how to die."
In 1985, a worldwide campaign to raise awareness of a new virus began.
At first, only gays and IV drug users were being killed by AIDS. But now we know every one of us could be devastated by it.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down.
1989 was the year of revolutions. In Tiananmen Square, the pro-democracy movement was crushed by military force.
There's been mass killing in Peking. Thousands of troops have opened fire on the demonstrators occupying the city center. At least 40 have been killed, as many as 1,000 injured. As dawn breaks now over Peking, the firing, the fighting, and the killing is still going on.
But in Eastern Europe, reform proved irresistible.
Whenever you're around.
Aceste mari manifestări populare din București, considerând aceasta ca o
In 1990, the release of Nelson Mandela signaled the end of apartheid. In August 1991, Boris Yeltsin resisted the communist backlash in Moscow. In 1992, after the collapse of communism, ethnic hatred escalated into war in the former Yugoslavia. As a political revolution ended in Europe, a technological revolution was just beginning in America. But as the century comes to an end, its greatest social revolution is still underway.